Is time traveling possible? There's a very short answer that says yes. No doubt, traveling through time is, as we know, possible. And that's not just a theory or assumption. The following is 100% assured. We need to separate between a time travel to the future and the past. A time travel to the future is definitely possible. Satellites were equipped with a clock, and these satellites orbit the Earth with a very high speed. If you get the satellites back to Earth after a while, you see that time has passed differently on them as for us on Earth. The clock on the satellites goes slightly slow by then, and we see that time has passed slower there as for us on Earth. That means that the satellite is now a part of a second in the future when it's back on Earth. These numbers can be extrapolated, and if the speed of the satellite was higher and if it was for a longer time in space, it would have traveled much further into the future after taken back to Earth. We know this these days, but incredible that Einstein had these theories more than 100 years ago. He was stating already by then with the relativity theory that time is relative and thus wouldn't go by the same way at every place. So time travel to the future is without any doubt possible. We just do not have the necessary technology for this, and we can't travel in a higher speed like the speed of light. Let's come now to the question if time travel to the past is possible. There are many very interesting theories about this, but as it seems, it is very unlikely. But what definitely is possible, and this is again no theory, is watching the past. And this is something we do all the time. If we look at the stars, for example, their light reaches us very late. That means we never see the current state of them, and the star could be not existing anymore for a long time by then, but we wouldn't know. We would experience this thousands of years later. That means we can look into the past of the stars because of the distance. Even if the sun, for example, would simply disappear right now, we wouldn't even notice this. We would still see the sun for another 8 minutes. And if we would place a very huge mirror now, far away from us into the space, and if we looked into it with a telescope, the signal would reach our eye very late, and thus we would see our past. If you liked this explanation, which is of course assured and no theory, you are welcome to follow this channel for more interesting videos in the future. Your interesting things.